Good morning, 10th class. I hope you have understand the last topic that we have reached. That was the first chapter of political science, that is power sharing. Today we are going to start a new chapter from history, that is chapter number 3, Nationalism in India. As we have already know that this chapter has been already done in the class, not whole, and up to two topics I think I have done in class 10th A and 10th B. I don't know about the 10th C, so what I have decided to start this chapter from the first topic. That is, the first topic is the First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation. So if you open the book, I am in page number 54 from the old book. New book, I don't know the page number. So the first topic is the First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation. See, only one questions comes from this topic, because this chapter is this topic is from the First World War, and after that this topic we will move to the Satyagraha and in the Mahatma Gandhi. So the first topic is First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation. The important and main question of 5 marks which comes from this topic is, what are the economic effects of the First World War in India? That I will give you in the homework. So I am reading from the first of all. The war created a new economic and political situation. It led to a huge increase in defense expenditure, which was financed by war loans and increasing taxes. As we all know that during the First World War, India was a colony of Britishers, and Britishers was in the Allies' power. So when Allies' power was in the First World War, India had to fight for Allies' power against Axis power. So at that time, Britain, that is England, needs too much money, because at the time of war we need money. So they have started introducing taxes in India. They already had some taxes, but they started a new taxes in India. So the first point is, it led to a huge increase in defense expenditure, which was financed by war loans and increasing taxes in all the time. Second thing, custom duties were raised and income tax introduced. Custom duties, import and export, that duties were raised. Then through the war years, prices increased. Prices of the basic needs of human beings increases and doubles. Then villagers were called upon to supply soldiers, and forced recruitment in rural area caused widespread anger. All the villages were searched by the British soldiers, and the forced recruitment was done. All the male candidates who are healthy and fit, they were forcibly recruited by the British army and sent to in the World War. Then during the 1819 and 1920-21, crops failed in many parts of India due to bombardment and due to any other reason, and that result in acute shortage of food. Food prices actually they were increased, and due to this crop failed, there were very much shortage of food. And about 12 to 13 million people perished as a result of famine and epidemic. People means civilians, not army person. 12 to 13 million people were indirectly killed in India by this First World War. People hoped that their hardship would end after the war was over, but that did not happen. People think initially the British has promised to Indians that after the World War they will independent India if Indian soldiers or Indians will cooperate them. But after the World War, when World War was finished, that was not happen. And at this stage, a new leader appeared and suggested a new mode of struggle, and that was Mahatma Gandhi. So our 1.1, that is the idea of Satyagraha. In the first line it is written, the Mahatma Gandhi returned to India in 1915, and as we all know that he had come from the South Africa, where he had successfully fought the racist regime with a novel method of mass execution, which he called Satyagraha. So in this topic a very important question comes, that what is Satyagraha and what are the ideas of Satyagraha. So the meaning of Satyagraha according to Mahatma Gandhi is in the second line of page number 55, that the idea of Satyagraha emphasized the power of truth and need for search for truth. In our national emblem you can see that in a coin also, Satyamev Jayate. That is the meaning of truth. The idea of Satyagraha emphasizes the power of truth and need to search for truth. Now The ideas of Satyagraha are: it suggested that if the cause was true and if the struggle was against injustice, then physical force was not necessary to fight the oppression. In the Satyagraha, or the true Satyagrahi is one which is mentally fit, not physically. So Mahatma Gandhi needs a mentally fit person, and he thinks that if the struggle was against the injustice, then physical force is not necessary. Then, without being aggressive, a Satyagrahi could win battle through non-violence. It means a true Satyagrahi can always win his battle through non-violence. He doesn't do violence at all. Then this could be done by appealing to the conscience of the oppressor. We have to change the mind and heart of the oppressor, not physically by beating him to change his mind. Then people, including the oppressor, had to persuade it to see the truth instead of being forced to accept truth through the use of violence. We should not force anyone to see the truth or accept the truth. Rather, we have to change his heart. Then, by this struggle, truth was bounded to ultimately triumphs. Yani, it means Mahatma Gandhi thinks that so many hurdles come in the path of truth, but ultimately, at last, the truth will win. Satyamev Jayate. And Mahatma Gandhi believed that this dharma of non-violence could unite all Indians. So, in this paragraph, only one question comes, and that is a very important question: that what is Satyagraha and what are the ideas of Satyagraha according to Mahatma Gandhi. And in the last paragraph, there are the three successful movements of Mahatma Gandhi in India. First was at Champaran in 1917, where he traveled to Champaran, where Britishers have forced the Indians to grow indigo. And when Mahatma Gandhi came to know about this, he has started a movement there, which is a very famous movement, which often comes in a map question. We will do map in the last. So that the place is Champaran, and there was a movement which was against the oppressive plantation system. Then again he started a movement that was at Kheda in Gujarat, and that was because of no tax campaign, because crop have failed in many parts of India and in the Kheda as well, and Britishers have imposed taxes, and they demanded that the tax should be neglected at the time when the crop will fail. So this was also a successful movement of Mahatma Gandhi, and it is famously known as Kheda movement. And that at last that the movement was against the cotton mill workers for their wages and for the time. And this was also a very successful movement, and this is called a cotton mill worker movement, and you can say Ahmedabad movement. So today we have in this last topic, the three famous movements that comes in 3-mark question also, and this comes also in map also, and we have to write the years. We have to learn the years also of this. So today we have started this chapter. We have done 1 and 1.1. So in the next video we will do 1.2. I think in about 10 to 12 videos we should finish this chapter, and I will daily give you some question and answers, and hope that you will do these question and answer based on my video. And thank you.